Good morning. I'd like to call to order the Rules and Operations Committee meeting for June 30th, 2025. The time is 10 a.m. And if the clerk could please call the roll.
Yes, thank you. Councilmember Denson.
Aye.
Councilmember Herrera.
Here.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Here.
You have 3 members present.
We have 3 members present, and it's a Monday, everybody. We have our normal order of business this morning. There are no proposals on the agenda. Any changes to the agenda as presented? Seeing none, we'll consider the agenda approved. We also have minutes from the June 23rd, 2025 meeting. Any objections to adopting the minutes as presented? Seeing none, we will consider the minutes from June 23rd, 2025 approved. That brings us to proclamation review. Mr. Dominique.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee, Brian Dominique, council staff. So there were some updates to this proclamation that's in your packet over the weekend. So I put a different copy up on the dais for you, and we'll make sure the packet gets updated so people can see this. Peninsula Light Company provided a few changes, nothing major. It talks about some of the grant programming they've been a part of, the grants they've received, the work they've done with backpacks or food backpacks for kids. So just a touch up about on a few other things. So no major changes in here, just some clarifications, and then talking about some of the things they've supported in the community.
Okay. Any questions on this? Committee Member Denson?
Thank you. Thank you for working on this so quickly. Are they aware that we're having this proclamation on that date? Are they officially invited to come and all of that? Because I haven't really been leading
yes.
this.
Yeah, they're aware that the proclamation is happening next week. They have been informally invited, but we sent out a formal invite via email, and so we're going to be sending that out this week.
Okay.
But they're tracking it.
Okay, because hopefully they'll be here.
Yeah.
And is the executive planning on being here too? Because this was a request of his as well.
Yeah, I believe the intent is for their leadership team to be here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Seeing no other questions, we will consider this reviewed. Thank you for updating us and getting a hard copy in front of us with the track changes. Always makes it easier. Okay, that brings us to the meeting schedule for July 7th to the 11th. We'll go to Ms. Long.
All right, thank you and good morning. This is your meeting scheduled for July 7th through the 11th. On Monday, July 7th, beginning at 10 a.m., you have your Rules and Operations Committee meeting. You'll be approving the meeting schedule for the week of July 14th through the 18th and the council agenda for July 15th. There are no proposals on that agenda. At 11 a.m. on Mondays, your regular Monday study session. In addition to your usual agenda items, under other business, you have the Unified Regional Approach Update, and that will be with Uncommon Bridges. The 1:30 CDEC meeting for that week has been canceled. So we'll move now to Tuesday, July 8th, beginning at 9:30, have an Economic and Infrastructure Development Committee meeting. You have 3 presentations on that agenda. First is a mineral rights discussion, and that will be with Miles Sand and Gravel and Earth Resources. Oh, no, I guess those are both Miles Sand and Gravel staff. Next, you have the Jones Levee project status update. That will be with Planning and Public Works staff. And last is the Airport Administration update, also with Planning and Public Works staff. At noon on Tuesday is your regular Tuesday study session, and at this time, I'm not seeing anything other than your usual agenda items. And then I would ask to add a closed session following the Tuesday study session. And then at 3 p.m. is your regular council meeting. For other meetings, you do have a Flood Control Zone District Board of Supervisors meeting on Wednesday, July 9th, beginning at 9:30. And those are your meetings for the week of July 7th through the 11th.
Okay. Are there any changes or any questions I should ask? Vice Chair Herrera?
So we're adding the closed session for what date?
Tuesday study session.
This
So,
is right following study session. It'll be a closed session.
and we'll go to Councilmember Denson.
And I just wanted to confirm, I know we have a field trip on the 9th as well for the flood control zone district, so we're having a meeting and a field trip on the same day? You may not know the answer to that.
I don't know about that.
Okay, I'll check. Obviously, we are, because it's on here, so. Is anybody else going to the field trip?
I am not. I guess a question, so as far as, we don't adopt that agenda as far as for noticing, so
Right.
that's all done through a separate agenda. So us approving this has nothing to do with that.
Right,
Okay.
right. That'll be done separately, as you mentioned, and whether or not you include the tour as part of a noticed agenda is dependent upon
Flood control.
how, flood control and their council and whether there's a quorum.
Okay,
Okay, I guess I just, when I saw both on my calendar, I was like, well, maybe we're not having the meeting, maybe we're having just a tour, but if not everybody's going, maybe we are doing both. I can email and confirm that,
okay,
let you know if there's anything different.
Okay, thank you.
okay. Any other questions on the meeting schedule? We'll go to Vice Chair Herrera for motion.
Chair, I move approval of the meeting schedule for the week of July 7th through 11th, 2025, and then adding a closed session for Tuesday study session.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt the meeting schedule for July 7th through the 11th with the addition on the Tuesday study session of a closed session. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all. That brings us to item 7, which is our meeting schedule for next week. Oh, no, it is our council agenda for next week, sorry.
Yes.
We just did the meeting schedule.
So this is the meeting agenda for July 8th, your regular council meeting. We'll start with your consent agenda. You have one item for introduction and scheduling, and that's O 2025-520. This is approving applications for open space classification. This has a July 29th final hearing date. And this one, again, does not go to committee, so kind of a new process for these. See how that goes. Under final action on your consent, you do have one resolution, and that's R 2025-171. This is confirming the reappointment of an existing member to the Pierce County Library District Board of Trustees. Moving to section 7, you do have one proclamation on this agenda, and it is designating July 14th, 2025 as Peninsula Light Company Centennial Day in Pierce County, Washington, and that was requested by Councilmember Denson. Under section 8 resolutions, you have one item. It's R 2025-159, and this is approving the installation of a historic old piece-up Gloyd Road sign at the corner of River Road and 50th Avenue East. This received a due pass recommendation at rules on June 23rd. Moving to section 9, ordinances, you have two items here. The first is O 2025-514, and this is vacating a portion of 3rd Avenue Northwest, also known as 3rd Street. This received a due pass recommendation at EIDC on June 24th. And last on this agenda is O 2025-515. This is authorizing the approval of applications for open space, so this is different than what was on the consent. And that is for final action with no committee recommendation. So those are your agenda items for your regular meeting on July 8th.
Thank you. Are there any questions on the agenda as presented? Seeing none, is there a motion, Vice Chair?
Chair, I move to approve the council agenda for July 8th, 2025, as presented. Yep.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the meeting agenda for July 8th, 2025. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We are now at other business, and we're going to go to Mr. Taylor.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair Hitchin and committee members. Today, I bring a request to you to authorize an extra hire position to support Council District 2 during a period of extended staff leave. I expect the extra hire will be needed from approximately August 1 through the remainder of the year, but there needs to be some flexibility in that regard. While the administrative guidelines, I think you've heard this before, generally silent on the process for extra hires, it's been the practice of the chief of staff to bring extra hire requests to the Rules and Operations Committee in its budget and operations oversight capacity, just to make certain that there's clarity with the leadership of the council regarding extra hires. So I'm requesting a motion today to authorize the extra hire that I just described. I have a draft motion language before you, and I'd ask that you consider that today. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? I'm going to go to Committee Member Denson for a motion.
Yes, thank you. I'm happy to make that motion. I move that the Rules and Operations Committee authorize the Chief of Staff to initiate and hire an extra hire to provide temporary staff support to Council District 2.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we authorize the Chief of Staff to initiate and hire extra hire to provide temporary staff support for Council District 2. Really nice when it's written out for us.
I do a much better job, don't I?
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Taylor, what's the timeline on that for the process, just out of curiosity?
So the administrative timeline as far as workday and setting up the authorization can be done within a day. So
Okay.
Priscilla Martinez Mija is ready to go with it. So as soon as, the meeting's concluded today, I'll have her pull the trigger on that. And then after that, it's really up to Councilmember Herrera with support from the Chief of Staff to hire an individual.
Okay.
So it's quick.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sounds good, because time's going fast for her and she's ready to go. So any further business before the committee this morning? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Have a wonderful day.